Fun fact, before I made this YouTube channel, I posted devlogs and stuff on this blog. But the problem with this was that nobody actually read anything, because why would they? Anyway, so now we're gonna read all the old Cataclysm devlogs. Enjoy. Most of them are very short. Devlog 1. A new game. Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestone. That was the name of my blog back then, I don't know why. Millimedia here, and it's been a bit of a while, but now I'm back with a new devlog series. This is about a brand new game I've been working on for a week called Cataclysm. The name is only a placeholder and I am open for suggestions. Fun fact, the name was literally just a placeholder, but now it actually means something, so it's not a placeholder anymore. Also, what is this? This is just like some purple text on black background. Amazing. The Cataclysm icon. The first thing I did was create a new Unity project. I had a basic idea of what I would make, a top-down shooter where you can't see the enemies. That aged well. You would need to use some kind of X-ray vision to see the enemies, but that would use power and you don't have unlimited amounts of it. I then got caught up with the release of Terraria 1.4 and didn't really do any more work on it for a while. In case you're not familiar with Terraria, 1.4 was the final update, but then there were like many more final updates after that, and I think there are still gonna be final updates. A few days later, I came back to this project and began work. First, I made the player able to move, then I gave the player a weapon, which is still a work in progress. It can shoot, but it isn't the final product. I would like to add some more features like reload time, because at the moment you can kind of just spam it. I decided that I would try to add as much gamed use as possible so I don't lose interest, so now whenever you shoot, you get a nice screen shake effect. And that also broke within a few days and I never actually ended up fixing it. It's not really noticeable, but it is noticeable when it's not there, if you know what I mean. But that's not true, because I didn't notice that it wasn't there for like a few months after it broke. That's about where I am now. If you enjoyed this small devlog, maybe follow Codestone so you can get notified when the next one comes out. Bye. Location, Antarctica. Enemies, Cataclysm Devlog 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestone. It's red now. Last time we got started on a new project, I have done some work since that, and now I'm ready to share my progress with you again. Also, if you haven't seen the previous devlog, I'd recommend checking it out before continuing. You can find it here. Fun fact, that link is actually broken. Starting from where I left off, the first thing I did was get the enemy health system working. After hours of work, I managed to finish it. I have decided to show you a small video of it, so have fun. Okay, I then decided that I needed to get the enemy moving, so I made a quick movement script and found a bug. The enemy's health bar would stay in one spot, so I added a small script to the health bar to make sure it moved with the player. Then I encountered another problem. The health bar's anchor was rotating with the enemies, so the health bar was almost never directly below it. I had to unparent the anchor from the enemy and give it a script to follow the enemy. Then it was fixed. My enemy would follow me around the scene, the very blank scene. That's something I have on my to-do list. The next thing I had to do was to make the enemies actually damage the player. I copied and pasted the same damage system from the enemies onto the player and made the enemies deal contact damage. Here's a video of it in action against my test enemies. Okay, I'm bored. And yes, I did change the test enemies color to green. Anyway, thanks for reading this devlog. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any Oh, looks like we got some feedback, guys. Thingies, Cataclysm Devlog 3. What a great devlog name. Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestone. Oh my god. It's time for another Cataclysm Devlog. If you haven't already, please go and check the previous two out. Please. After I finished the last devlog, I made a quick enemy spawning script which infinitely spawned enemies that bombarded the player. I also made a grass tuft sprite in GIMP and animated it so that it swayed. And then I added a quick border around the map and stated I was ready for beta testers. Way too early, by the way. A few people picked up and had already pointed out a few things, and then I started on a wave system so that there wouldn't be endless enemies spawning every 3 seconds. So I added some UI showing what wave you're on, and this is what it looks like. That's where the game is now. If you would like to beta test it, please join the Discord server here. That link is also broken. Thanks and bye. Yes, I know it's been too long since the last devlog. It's just, you know, these aren't the easiest things to write. So it's been 2 months, and I can't really tell you every single thing I have done, but I can sort of. Well, I'll just tell you the bits I remember doing. Hold on. I believe the first thing I did after the third devlog was to start on a new enemy called the Turret. It was a tank-like enemy which would slowly follow you around and shoot. It had insane armor, but when you hit it, it would freeze and allow you to hit its weak spot at the back. As it turns out, this was too hard and made the game feel buggy and unpolished. So I removed it, it's gone now. 2 enemies have made it into the game, but more on that later because the next thing I did was create some form of splash screen. Basically, when you load up the game, it shows an image. There's only one at the moment, but here it is, I guess. And then I made 2 new enemies, but that's top secret, you see. The butterfly spirit hasn't been released yet. It's the first ranged enemy of Cataclysm. It just runs around and fires at you, dealing damage, but it isn't the tankiest enemy. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're able to kill it in 1 to 2 hits of the basic gun. I say that like there are multiple weapons there aren't, but that is planned. And then the last important I did was to create the save and load system. Trust me when I say that that took a lot of work. Anyway, here's the end of the 4th Cataclysm devlog. I'm sorry for the long gap between devlogs, but I might go back to once a week. Bye. Imagine if I could post devlogs once a week instead of like once every year. Now on to Cataclysm Devlog 5. So remember how the forest world was all cool and green and stuff? Yeah, I kinda broke it. It's red now. Also, I may or may not have a treat for you at the end of the devlog. Oh my god. The night the last devlog went out, I started work on a list of what I needed to do to complete Cataclysm to help me keep on track of things. This made me realize I needed to finalize some things that have been in my mind for a while, the names of each area, and I won't tell you the names of every area, I'll only say the name of the first one because it's the one I'll be showing you in this devlog, how the forest world came to be red. Ow, my finger hurts. What the hell? Ow. Okay, let's just ignore that. Yay, scary red forest. All I really did was change the background color of the area and change the hue of the grass tufts, and we have a red forest. Of course, that's not all I did. I had begun to tire of the lack of that good graphics and decided that I would make everything look much better, although it didn't really look that much better. I created a particle system using a cool leaf I made in 30 seconds, so leaves would fall from the top of the screen to the bottom. It looked pretty cool, but it was just a lonely effect, so I added another effect. Around the map, I added soft, transparent shapes that appear in front of the player, tinting areas of the map a certain color. This looked really good. Most of the shapes were pinkish because the rest of the area was dark red, aka crimson. The last effect I added is known as post-processing. I didn't use much, just the vignette and bloom effects. If you would like to know how I implemented these effects, Brackies has made an excellent showcase video / tutorial on how to use them all, link is here. And now I present to you your treat. Here is a video of the game in its current state. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties, the save and load system has broken. Almost 2 months later, Cataclysm Devlog 6. So it's been a while, not as long as I said in the previous devlog, but still a while, and it's been slow. I haven't made much progress since the last devlog, except, well, nothing pretty much. I removed the title screen from the build and released version 1.2 to the beta testing community. That's it, I just... You're welcome. I'm back. Cataclysm Devlog 2, I mean 7. See, that was a funny reference to Cataclysm Devlog 2, because it's also called the same thing, but it's also a bit better, and also probably a bit longer. Hi, it's me, Millimedia. I'm back. Before we begin with the devlog, I would like to point out the huge spikes in views we got on September the 21st. Yeah, look at that. We reached a total of 865 views on one day. None on the day before, none on the day after, all on one day. I am genuinely really confused as to why and how that happens, but it happened and I'm not complaining, or I am. Yeah, anyway, so this also means I can now have ads on my blog, which means I get money from you viewing my blog. Yeah, that never went anywhere. Probably about a month ago I opened up Unity, played for a bit, and realized it needed to be zoomed out more, so yeah, maximum zoom. I think I zoomed it out even more later. Also note that the heart and the upgraded health bar, like it, me too, I don't like it. Once upon a couple of days ago I started work on Blossom's AI and finished the whole thing, only I left out one very important thing. The incorporation of the sprite into the boss fight. As you can see in the concept art below, I removed that because it was bad and cringy. I didn't want to have to show it. Blossom has a mace that she uses throughout the fight, only she doesn't use it throughout the fight because I forgot to implement it, and now I have to redo the entire AI. When I have done the sprite, the script was 500 lines long, I'm not kidding. Anyway, gamers, that's all for this devlog. I'll be back anywhere from a week to a month. Happy spooky month, boys. Yep. Hi, welcome back. In case you didn't know, which you probably did know, seeing as it's staring you right in the face right now, we have changed our name to Millimedia Games Blog instead of Codestone, because if you look at the Google search for Codestone, there's a lot of stuff there. There should be less result for Millimedia. So welcome back to another devlog. It's been roughly 2 weeks, but I have made a lot of progress. Let's get into it, shall we? First of all, I started work on something that really gave you more of a choice. You can now switch weapons while in-game. You get two, there's a third slot, but that's for something I'll reveal later in this devlog, so stay tuned. As you can see, in the bottom corner there are 3 buttons, 2 of which have a gun sprite on them. You can use this to select your weapon. You might also notice in the screenshot that there's number 304 printed at the top left screen in gold. This is the new money counter system that works with the shop. Now, would you like to know why I hate save systems now? Well, that's simply because I spent an entire week trying to fix a bunch of bugs with the save system so that the guns you've bought / unlocked actually appear in the shop. I've also updated the itch.io store page so it's less old and looks half decent. I haven't had enough time to finish the banner in high quality, so this will have to do. Look at how terrible this looks. Look at this. And now I reveal what the third slot is for. Basically, you'll be able to buy a special weapon. This has limited uses, so you have to buy more uses using in-game money. There will be multiple of these to choose from, but they will be quite expensive. However, they will be pretty powerful. Also, that's not how it ended up working anyway. Anyway, that's it for this devlog. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me so you don't miss the next one. Bye. Now, how many followers I have? If I remember correctly, it's like 2 or something. What is this? I hate save system, whatever that says. 2-5 challenge. Can you read my handwriting? Hello, gamers, and welcome back to another Cataclysm Devlog. In this one, we experiment with a different style / format of devlog, as well as die inside because we hate save systems. Let's get into it, shall we? Monday, 2nd of November 2020. No one actually knows what I did this day because at this point I hadn't actually come up with the new style of devlog, so I just thought I would write about the highlights that I could remember in very little detail because I have poor memory. I don't really, I can remember the first 16 digits of pi, that's not really poor memory. Anyway, beans. Apparently. I didn't actually do anything today because I needed a break. The past few days were really just non-stop work on Cataclysm and school now featuring exams, so instead I just played Stellaris. I almost wrote Cataclysm there. What has the game done to me? This is what Stellaris looks like. Okay, bye. I started the day off with some more grueling work on the weapon system. I spent ages trying to find this cause of this dumb null reference exception before discovering the entire weapons dictionary, a cool C# thing, had been removed from existence. With this newfound knowledge, I proceeded to hit the switch on the back of my PC, causing it to turn off and almost lost an hour of progress. Good thing I saved literally 2 seconds before. That sounds like a very me thing to do. In the afternoon, I continued off a lead that I had come across in the morning, but that was not it. I eventually found the solution, and let's just say it was a major facepalm moment. Is this you when you find the solution? It's me when I found the solution. Legends has it that Millimedia still hasn't finished the weapon select system. Legends say that the legend I made yesterday was false. Oh, okay. Yep, I finished it. It works, sort of. Oh, please. Look at my amazing UI design. What do you mean youtube.com is now full screen? Look at these graphics, guys. Can you see that's very small? After doing that, I also sprited Blossom and finally started reworking the boss fight, but it seems I had forgotten how cool the fight actually was, so I only have to add in a few more attacks. Friday, 6th of November 2020. I'm going to my friend's house tomorrow, so this is the last day of the week this devlog covers, I guess. Does it cover this devlog? Does it really? Alright, bye, then gamers. Thanks for reading. And that was the last devlog. Okay, so this was the first few months of development that I actually actively developed the game. After that, I stopped And then after that I had YouTube channels, so I made Devlog 1 on YouTube, which is bad, but if you want to continue the series, you can go watch it here, or if you want to start watching from beta 2.0 when I restarted the game and made it better, which is better quality, it's also right here. Thanks for watching.